Hi, my name is Kiera, and I'm here today with Antoinette. We are talking about abortion and our stances on it. So, Antoinette, where do you stand on abortion?
I am for abortion.
Can you tell me a few reasons why?
So I am for abortion because I believe a woman should have the right to their bodily autonomy. I feel as though be able to take that option away from them because I feel as though there are different contraceptives that don't work and there's a chance to get pregnant, whether it be condoms or birth control, there's still a slight chance. I also believe financial situations can also play a role in that because don't want to have children if you know that you can't properly take care of them, especially also if, let's say you had mental health issues. I think that also plays a really big role in that if you physically cannot take care of children. What about you?
I am against abortion, mainly
Mhm.
because of my religion. My religion sees it as something that you're not supposed to do.
Mhm.
And I also kind of think if you get pregnant, then you could go through with it in a way and give your baby up for adoption, or there's so many more options than just abortion. But I do see where you're coming from and what
Mhm.
you're thinking about.
Mhm.
Do you have any like reasons that your morals are this way? Like, is your family life kind of like that? Does your family agree with you or anything? Friends, stuff like that.
Absolutely not. I have no family actually. So I'm Catholic. And I think I'm probably like the first in my bloodline to be for abortion. My mother, she had me like I'd say like a relatively young age, like I think like around like 21. And she herself, she's very against abortion. She's very against it. But at the time, young, she was considering it. So my whole family, very against abortion, very Catholic, very religious. But I believe that you should have the right to pick what you want to do with your body because no one should be able to tell you to have a child.
Did anybody help you come to like these decisions, or did you just kind of come up with this stuff on your own in a way?
I would say, unfortunately, media kind of swayed me. It kind of swayed me because I've seen so I'm African, and in certain places in Africa, you are forced to have a kid by, rape, sexual assault. And I have seen so many cases where young women, ages 12 and below, have had to carry a child to those that assaulted them. And so after seeing things like that, it like breaks my heart. So I believe that a woman should have the right to not have a child if they would like.
I
What about
understand.
you?
For me, a lot of my just reasons and decisions for it were family based because my family
Mhm.
is also very much into church and things like
Mhm.
that. So from a very young age, we've learned about how certain things are wrong to do, and it becomes a big sway in your life once you have religious family members or friends or
Mhm.
anything. If you have any type of religious background, you know it's very easy to get swayed one way or the other.
Yes,
To
I
get told
agree.
that one thing's wrong, one thing's always right. There's no in between area,
It's
which,
black or white.
yeah, so which sometimes I agree with, but sometimes I don't.
Mhm.
In this case, I do think that it's wrong, but I do see where your perspective is
Mhm.
from, and I do respect it because just because something's right in my mind doesn't mean it's right in yours, doesn't mean it's
Yeah.
right in everybody else.
Mhm. So, is there like instances where, oh yes, abortion is completely wrong, like when people have abortions, or is the fact that it's like murder or?
I think more than anything is that some people, yes, they do like, some people are very responsible
Mhm.
and they get pregnant, but I think it's more to the people that like just decide not protecting myself and I just happen to get pregnant, that I'm
Mhm.
gonna get an abortion every time that I get pregnant just because I
Mhm.
want to.
Yeah.
Because I feel like almost in that way, it's almost a little selfish in a way
Mhm.
because you have other resources that you could monopolize, like birth control, condoms, even adoption if you go through with pregnancy all the way,
Mhm.
or what else is there? I'm trying to
Like
think.
a plethora of
But
things.
there's other things that you can do than other just deciding, I'm going to be irresponsible. And then once I'm
Mhm.
irresponsible, I'm going to decide that, hey, I'm just not going to bring this person into the world
Mhm.
because I don't want to, pretty much.
So the way I see it, I kind of am like, would you want irresponsible parents? Because I know me, I grew up with a younger mom. She's not even super young, like 22, but I wasn't planned.
Yeah.
So growing up, we were very, very, very poor, like dirt poor. And so I just don't think that you should bring a child into the world if you know like you cannot, give it baby food, if you know you can't feed the child regularly. So I see where you're coming from though, with there's so many steps to take, but also there's also gonna be like a 2% risk each and every time.
Yes.
So
Do you think that you should have to be a certain age to get an abortion, or do you think that it should just be open to anybody?
ooh, um,
It's okay if you don't have an answer. That was kind of out of left field.
yeah, let me think. I think that anyone should be able to get an abortion, and let me tell you why. So usually, well, especially in the instances of sexual assault, let me
Yeah.
just get that straight, especially in the instances of sexual assault, but especially young women, who haven't like really gone to like face the world yet, having a baby is so much responsibility. So I think that if the woman or the child,
Yeah.
exactly, child, doesn't want to face that responsibility, I think it's always good to tell them the risks of having sex at such a young age, but also like they shouldn't be demonized for it and they should be able to have the choice to be like, okay, like I do not want to be able to have to throw in my years taking care of a child. What about you?
I do kind of agree with that. Like, whenever you think about a child having another child, like,
Mhm.
think about you at 8 years old.
Mhm.
That's like the end of elementary school.
Yes.
Are you really, you don't have the mental capacity at all. You're still playing pretend.
Mhm.
You're still probably thinking this is a game. Like, you're not old enough to be having sex. You're definitely not old enough to be having a child.
Yeah.
So, like, and I feel like at the point that you are old enough to have sex,
Mhm.
if you're old enough to have sex, you're usually old enough to have a job,
Mhm.
to take care of yourself, to be able to think for yourself. So in them cases, you should also be able to choose for yourself because at that point you can be left on your own.
Yes.
Even though it's technically not legal until you're 18,
Agree.
you can still be left on your own to fend for yourself.
Mhm.
Oh, that's a good question though.
Yeah.
But
So, let me think about something. Do you think, do you think that abortion is like immoral? Because you mentioned something about your religion, so that would mean that would you think abortion is immoral?
I just think it goes against my personal morals.
Mm-hmm.
Whether or not it goes against y'all's morals is up to you,
Mm-hmm.
but in the way that I think you should end a life, you should
Mm-hmm.
let it be created and you can send it out into the world. But it's not something I would choose for myself, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't really have anything against other people that choose it for themselves. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to hate somebody because they choose something that I don't agree
Yeah.
with.
So, what about in the instance of like rape or sexual assault?
I think those should be cases that that was tricky because
Yes, I know.
religion like really does tell you that it's wrong no
Mhm.
matter what, but there are these gray spots
Mhm.
in your area of like thinking about it, being like, hey, so maybe it is okay because why do you want this person to live through, like, have to keep living through this instance in a way? Because
So
it doesn't just go away.
I actually saw a podcaster that did talk about giving birth to a child conceived by rape, and he said that you shouldn't punish the child by like killing it and not ever having it see
Yeah.
the light of day. But I personally like it is a gray area, and I do disagree with that because honestly, pregnancy and abortion is not just about the child, but it's also about the mother.
Yeah.
And you are right about how you have to like relive every day looking at the face of someone or the faces or face together of someone who violated you. So I would understand if that was like a gray area religion wise, because I know it's like immoral for your religion as a Christian.
Yes.
So I can understand that as well. But for me as a Catholic, honestly, I feel like I'm more of what is it? Like more I'm more of a left-leaning Catholic, which is not very known, but I also like can understand where you're coming from as Christians.
Well, thank you so much for talking with me today
Thank
and Heather.
you. Mhm.
And this is us talking about abortion. I hope y'all enjoyed both points of views, but thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
How do I get this off? I forgot how to stop recording.
Bye, guys. Oh my
Okay.
God.